Hey guys and gals. Alright, so this one is fairly straightforward today. We've got Objective Glaze 3 here for our daily contract. These are the rest of the 8 we're going to be going with. You can do a few other things, like all enemies gain 60 attack speed, and then sort of remove these ones. It's really up to you guys how you want to go about it. There's a lot of different things, like, for example, anti-clustering, all enemies gain 60 attack speed. Most enemies don't actually do anything in this, so 60 attack speed isn't a huge issue. But especially if you've got a built squad, sorry. So this is perfectly okay. So what I'm gonna do is show you guys with the first setup, because I would use the same team for either role. Myrtle, Courier, and Beanstalk are our vanguards. With Beanstalk, you can actually use skill 2 if you feel that extra metal crabs are going to do you any good, but that's up to you guys. If you're using a lower end squad, using Beanstalk's second skill is probably going to be a bit more beneficial. Just because of the extra crabs plus their extra defense. I'm not going to guarantee that they'll walk away from the fight, but you never know. Arene with skill 2. Basically, we want this arts damage. That's why I'm not using this physical first skill, because obviously blocking in this particular map is pointless. A dual strike guard, super important. I'm using her first skill, so Cutter. So 4 different hits, which ends to be a little bit better than the second skill, which is 6 nearby enemies. Sometimes, while there are a lot of different pieces on the playing field this time, I feel that the first skill just gives you more versatility against single targets, or very much alive initial targets before they break into pieces. Ethan with skill 1, because we want this arts dot on things. Vermeil with skill 2, so this split shot skill. As always, I will scream at you guys, level your blue poisons if you've got her. I cannot tell you how useful blue poison is on this particular contracts field. She can attack multiple targets and put dots on multiple targets. You can't go past that. Perfumer or Myrrh. Perfumer, this is basically just to top people up. We're not using a healer exclusively, we are just using a healer for the sole purpose of topping people up. So, when deployed, restores hit points of all allies on the field, or Myrrh, who has an on-deploy heal, just a static number. There you go. Instantly heals health of all allies by 10%. I'll let you guys pick which of the 2 you want. I just use Perfumer. Chaincaster, so I've got Pudding here. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. I like to use... This is again one of these things that's really up to you, got your discretion, whether or not you feel that you need to or not. I like to use Pudding to nuke bosses, so I like the attack. If you find that you absolutely need, like, the split sections nuked down by Pudding, use skill 1. It's up to you guys what your discretion is with that. Fast redeploy with a shield, that narrows it down to gravel. And we're going to take a Skadi with skill 2. Remember to borrow a Skadi if you haven't got your medal for the Contingency Contract season. We've got 1 extra slot, 2 if you are borrowing a Skadi. Bring whoever the heck you feel like you need to bring to get the job done at this point in time. They're all just extras. If this helps out, guys, I know that explanation was a little bit long, but please leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell. Helps get me in the algorithm, and I appreciate all the support you guys give me. Alright. So, let's throw in a Myrtle just there. Doesn't really matter where along this top section, because she's just there to get deployment points. Courier here. And Beanstalk here. We're going to pop Beanstalk's crab just here. So, yeah, obviously don't put Myrtle there. From here, Ethan just here. Ethan's facing down, so covering both of these blocks. Arene there, Vermeil there. Keep pumping those deployment points. Because we want to get putting on field to get rid of this naughty bird thing. We want this bird thing gone, because obviously it makes everyone around it invisible, and we don't like that. Cutter over here next to Arene. We basically want to keep this top block defended from the bitey, because that's where our problem is. So after this use of Myrtle, I'm going to pull her out. Courier's going to stay in until this particular burb goes down. So here come these two bites, which means skill, skill. And okay, there's the first one. Myrtle out. And once this bitey goes down, I'm going to take Courier out. So there it goes. Not too fussed about what happens now, so Courier out. This bottom one will always go down. Just because of the placement that we have, the bottom one will always go down to these bites. There's not, without reorganizing placement as a whole, there's nothing we can do about that. Okay, so we'll let this play on until our first dragon comes out. Here it is, and what we're going to do is drop Gravel in first, wait for it to attack, and then drop Skadi in. Make sure you wait for it to attack, because I have actually dropped in both of these and it started attacking Skadi. Okay, once it's down, both out. Don't even wait for Skadi to hit this thing, we're just taking them both out. Here comes more bites. Now, at this point in time, this center block is going to go, if it hasn't already. So don't worry about it too much. Also, if you need to, put your fast redeploy at the top here to get rid of some of these pieces. Sometimes it may get a little bit hairy through the middle here, so it's always better to make sure that everything is sorted well ahead of time. And what you'll find too is that it's going to be broken pieces, which you're going to go back past Ethan and go, oh, this way's a bit up, let's go this way. So you'll notice that I've kept everybody's skill good to go. That is because of this particular bird here, which is going to be a huge problem for us. Because what's going to happen is, it's going to come out with this guy, and it's going to make this guy invisible, and that's not going to be fun for anyone. So as soon as this fella starts walking across towards pudding skill, Vermeil skill, Arene skill, smash the hell out of this thing. Do whatever the hell it is you can to get it down. It will not go down, but we want it down. Boss has moved in front of Cutter. Hit that guy. Do as much damage to this thing as you can. Once he gets over to here, let him stop on the tile, deploy Courier in. Let Courier finish the job. Let Courier hopefully finish the job. Jesus. Get the little bit of health down, you mongrel. Alright, so Courier's just bogged that up, but that's alright. Next dragon is out. And we're going to rinse repeat what we did with the first one. 1, 2. Whack. Straight out, straight out. Second dragon over here. Now this is going to cause absolute hell for us. What are we doing? Healer here. Fast redeploy here. We want to keep putting alive as long as we can, which is not going to be long. Myrtle straight in. Try not to let this thing hit pudding. If it does, it's not the end of the world, but it's not great. Alright, let's start attacking this thing. Irene's gone down. It's looking good. It's looking great. It's down. So what are we doing now? We're just letting Ethan do Ethan's good work here. Now, this thing, I believe these ones need arts damage. I might be wrong. Yes, these need arts damage. So what we've got here, not going to do anything. So again, this is just as a point to make. We're not doing anything. So, but look at who we've got ready. Oh, Pudding. Just hit that thing with Pudding and it's all good. Obviously, depending on where it is, you may need to deploy your Pudding differently to how I did, but yeah. Deploy your Pudding accordingly. Hope that helps, guys.